All right, let's try this one more time. If you are with me, I appreciate you for coming back on. If you're watching on YouTube, this is the second try for this Facebook Live. It was not a good shot, and I wanted to make sure, yep, so much better. Sometimes you just have to clean the camera lens on your camera, you know, on your phone. So that's what I just did. So I'm going to get started here. And, yep, okay, it says it's interrupted, so I guess we're still on. So we're going to keep going. So let me know if you are on. Okay, I'm trying to find my comments. Hi, everybody. Be patient with me. I'm coming. There we go. Okay. So is it seem a little blurry still? It might be my internet tonight. Maybe that's what's going on. I wonder if I need to change. It seems blurry and it's coming in interrupted. So let's see here. It says it's live, so we're going to keep going with it. But let me know if it's blurry. Tell me right now before we get going here, because I want to make sure this is a good video for YouTube as well, because so it's clear. Okay, maybe it's just my end from what I'm seeing. So let me tell you, I needed to finish this order, and I thought I'm going to show you how I did it, because, and I'm going to move you over a little bit so you see what I'm doing here, because I did this wreath over a year ago, and that was when I did it, and I didn't know what I was doing on a Facebook Live, and the viewfinder was this way instead of long ways. So instead of me, get this trash out of the way. Instead of me trying to fix that video, I figured, you know what, I have one I'm going to make anyway, and I can answer some questions, some new questions. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut 3 more pieces of this poly burlap. Now, as I start this, I'm going to use my wood burner. Excuse me, I had a cough there. And everybody, this is the #1 question I get off of YouTube. Why do you use a wood burner? Let me tell you why. I use a wood burner because it reduces the fraying for your poly burlap. If you use rotary cutters, you will have a lot of fraying. I'm just telling you, you can use it, but you're going to have a lot of fraying. This will work on deco mesh, and it will work on some fabric mesh. Not all, but some, okay? So that is why I use this the longest tip. I get this from Hobby Lobby, or I know that they do sell them on Amazon. These are just a kitchen glass cutting board that I use, and I really love it. And so I have 2 of them actually, so I can get 3 cuts. So anyways, I just figured I would hop on here and I would make this wreath with you guys, because why not, okay? And maybe this would be a better video for YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, this is a Facebook Live that's pre-recorded. So what I'm going to do is I have a Dollar Tree frame here, okay? See, you can see part of my, let's move you over a little bit. You can kind of see part of my table, and I want you to see my mat. Let's put my iPad over there. This is a Dollar Tree wreath frame, and they're like 14 inches, maybe like 14 inches and a quarter or something. And this will make a 28-inch flower wreath, okay? So what I'm going to teach you tonight is how do you use a 14-inch wreath frame from Dollar Tree, and you want to work your petals towards the inside of your wreath. That's very important. You don't want a middle this big. It would look so just not normal. It just would be over proportionalized. So what I'm going to do is I've already put 2 of my Chenille stems. What I do is I take 2 of them and I just wrap 2 of them together to make them long enough. So yeah, I think my internet's getting better on my end, because my iPad is showing it clearly now. So I'm just going to wrap it to make it a longer pipe cleaner. Okay, really easy stuff there. It's not going to go anywhere. And what you're going to do is you're going to connect to the brackets. Remember when I teach you guys that the brackets are very important placements. And so I'm just going to come here and go underneath the one bracket and go around it, okay? And then just go around this like I'm doing this way, okay? Really easy stuff. I'm going to go and attach it the same way. And you can cut part of this off because we don't really need that long of the stem. But what we're doing is we're making a grid. Now, why use a wreath frame? I like the wire wreath frames because this will give you dimension that is very important in your wreaths. You don't want to use a flat piece of surface. You want to use something that has dimension to it because a flower has dimension to it. And that's what's so nice about these frames. And they're only $1. You can't go wrong with $1. So the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first pipe cleaner and I'm just going to leave about 3/4 of an inch here, and I'm just going to wrap it around the existing frame, and then I'm going to take one and I'm going to go underneath and over. Okay, and we're making a grid here. Over and underneath. Over and then underneath, and then I'm just going to wrap that around here, and then I'm going to use another stem. Do the same thing. Just wrap it around. Go over and under and over again. And this is going to be the grid that we're going to be able to put extra set of petals right in here. This particular flower is very popular for me. Now I'm going to tell you something and you guys are going to be sad. Now this isn't like perfect, but that's okay. It's going to be beautiful. So this is a 10-inch poly burlap. They do not make this anymore. If you ask me in the comments below, where did I get this? You can't get it. They discontinued it. I don't know why they did. But Craig Bachman had 1 box or 2 boxes and nobody else was buying them. And so I bought them and I have them. I'm not selling this per rolls. I keep this because it's that good of a seller for me. But here's the point. You can use any colors that you want to create a wreath like this. This is what my order was for. So what I did was I already cut 6 green leaves at 11 inches a piece. I cut 12 orange at 10 inches a piece. I cut 12 yellow at 10 inches a piece, and I cut 24 of these. So in total you will need 48 pieces of petals, 10 inches a piece, for a wreath frame this big. So 48 petals. So whether or not you want to use 3 colors, 2 colors, or just 1 color, you're going to need 48 petals. So let's get started and I'll show you what I do. So another question I get asked a lot on YouTube. Why do you use pipe cleaners and then other times you use you use the zip ties? Well, it depends on the petal I'm making. So the reason why I do that is this petal needs a pipe cleaner. And what I'm going to do, and if you've been watching my lives for a while, you see me do this a lot. I use that bracket. These are important parts on your wreath frame. And one side is over here, and then I'm going to wrap it around the bottom and come up. So that's not going to go anywhere. So we're going to take a green first, of course, because it's our leaf. So make sure you like and share, and if you follow my page, make sure you like and follow so you can get those alerts when I don't send out alerts. So you're going to take the curved part up, and this is the original simple sunflower petal, okay? And then we're just going to gather it in the middle, and I'm going to flip it over, and I'm just going to do like 1 twist, not a dozen, okay? Just 1. Then I'm going to just take one of my multicolored poly burlap, and I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the green, and I'm going to put it down and just give it 1 twist. Now the first layer I'm going to do is I'm going to use the orange. So again, you can use any colors. If you wanted to make this rainbow, you could do the blue and the purple or the green. You could do green, green, blue, purple. And then the next row could be your red and orange, and then the center row could be all yellow. So it would be a beautiful rainbow wreath too. So now we're going to go to this one, and I'm going to show you my backtrack method. If you haven't seen my backtrack method, you'll see it. And I lose the comments. So if I don't, if you don't see me answering all your comments, it's because I'm trying to get this done. And what I will tend to do is I will go back and I will try to answer any questions. I just saw, do I wear a respirator? No, I do not. If the smell bothers you, then you should wear one. You can wear a mask, but I do not wear one. So just so you know. Let's see here. So, okay, so the outer is going to be the plaid and this. And now they will sell other plaid designs. Or you know what would be pretty is the check. Who watched my live was it last week, of the yellow and white check? You could do the yellow white check here, and then you could do yellow, and then you could do the yellow and white check and do a white. So there you go. All right, so then the backtrack method. What's the backtrack method? If you're just watching me and you haven't watched me before, I want to be able to make sure that you never want to have your hands on top of your wreath. You want to not mess with this as much as you possibly can. So right here, if I have two here, we're going to put one in the middle. So I'm going to take a chenille stem and I'm going to wrap it around the two parts in the middle, okay? I'm going to get another one of my plaids. Again, remember, this is not in stock anymore. They don't even make it anymore. I just have my own little stash of it because nobody was buying it. Craft Outlet wasn't buying it. Trendy Tree wasn't buying it. Nobody was buying it. So I said, I will take it. So, okay. Let me get my yellow here. Sorry, guys. And you're just going to keep doing the same thing. All right. And then at this point, after I've twisted it a couple times, I'm going to attach it to the front wire rim. Now, do not make it so tight that your petals do this. Do not do that, okay? I get lots of messages that people will say, oh, they're all standing up. Just do it loosely, but enough of it so that it gives it dimension, okay? Just a little bit. You will get a feel for this. So, okay, so we've got the two outer. We went back here. So now we're going to go over here and do another outside petal. So the outside is going to be one green leaf. A plaid, and then an orange on top of it. You see, I didn't even twist that one. I know it's going to stay. Okay. And then I'm going to attach it right in front of it, but not too much that it's not going too tight, but just enough to give it a little bit of dimension. That's what's important about my flower wreaths, is that they have dimension. And that's why the wire wreath frames are so important to use. Because number one, they're affordable. Okay. If you're selling wreaths, do you want to make money? Number two, they're light, and you can, I did on Instagram to show you how you can attach the wire wreath frame to your box, and your wreath will be shipped to your customers so much better. So again, you're going to be able to ship it better. You're going to save money on shipping as well because they are light. So, okay, so here we go. We went the outside, so I have that middle one that I want to fill in. So, let me take another plaid, and I'm going to get faster as I show you, but I just kind of want to show you the steps of the backtrack method. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know what the backtrack method is. Who knows what the backtrack method is? Let me know in the comments. Give me a heart if you know what it is. If you're on Facebook, on YouTube, give me a heart emoji, I guess, if you'd like. So see how I'm just going to twist it, and then I'm just going to take my Chenille stem and just go it around it. You don't have to do that too many times. But I didn't do it too far that it went too forward. Sorry, guys. All right. So now that this is the backtrack method. So now I have an empty spot here. So this is the middle. And this is where the bracket is. And so we're going to put a set here. So I'm going to take my Chenille stem, going to get another one of these, and then at this point, because we've done a layer of orange, we've done a layer of yellow, now we're going to do another layer of orange again. Okay. Yes, Mallory, you can do this. You and your friend get together, watch this video. It will be on YouTube, and you can do this. Okay, so you're going to take this, twist it, and now I'm going to attach it to that grid I made. I'm going to just take it, and I'm going to twist it. See? Like that. That's it. So what I do with that is sometimes I will just twist it with the other ones, and it just helps secure it even more, and I just tuck it under. You can go back and clip some of those if you want. If not, it's not a big deal because you're going to cover it. Every wreath, in my opinion, the back of them should be covered. So, all right, so now we're going to go back here and we're going to do another one of these, and then we're going to do the middle. We're going to do that inside section, and then we're going to do the first one of our innermost grid, okay? All righty, so I'm excited because I'm going to get all my orders out, and I'm going to clean my garage tomorrow. That's exciting, right? But it needs to be done. So, and the weather is awesome here now. It's May. It's beautiful. And I'm trying to see your comments. So, anyways, so again, this is so simple. You can do this. The middle that we're going to use tonight is the looped seated center. And I'm going to just go a little bit faster here, guys. Again, remember you're going to attach to the front. You're not going to leave it like that. You can't leave it like that. So, again, I don't use the zip ties on these because this petal I don't think would be good with it. And as you can see, if you look here, I don't know if I can show you this. You have 3 layers, and it has their own dimension. And that's the thing. You want a beautiful, flowers have volume. Flowers need to have dimension to them. So that's why, again, I use one of these frames. They're awesome. So, I'm going to do that middle section. We're backtracking. As you can see, I am not laying my hands down on the flowers. You don't want to do that. You want to kind of hold your arms up. You know, if you want to stand and do this, that's a good idea. You can stand. That'll always do great. But you don't want to smash down your petals, okay? So now we're going to do another inside. So I'm going to move some of these out of the way. I'm going to move it. And remember the plaid or whatever you want to do. You could do this all one color. I make several. You could do different centers. You could do the braided center. That I did one for my grandfather's funeral. We used the braided center. And as you can see, this goes pretty fast. Once you know how to do this, it will fly by. So I'm just going to twist it onto this grid I made here. So now we're going to take our Chenille stem, and I'm going to use the grid that I've made. And what's nice about it, I know that's not an octagon, so tell me what this is, this shape. It's not an octagon. It doesn't have 8 sides. But it just shows you exactly where to put things. So I know I keep moving my wreath around a lot here, and so that I have room to work. So I apologize if that sound is getting to you. So we're going to end up with yellow. So we did orange, yellow, orange, and then the inside is going to be yellow. I need to make some smaller versions of these just because I sell so many. I send a lot of these out west. I do find that. Where did my Chenille stem? There it is. I send a lot of them out west. It's kind of funny. So I don't know if this is, does that say Southwest colors to you? I don't know. What do you guys think? Trying to bring my comments back up here. Oh, it's quiet mode. I don't want quiet mode on my thing. Ah. Okay. There you go. All right, I got you back. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit faster. So this is coming up a little forward, but the center is going to push that down. Okay, so again, we're going to do the outside, the middle, the inside, and then we're going to work. So this is the backtrack method. We're working backwards. You just need to know, if you want to do different colors, what colors are on that. Let's see. I say way too much. When I turn the closed captioning on this, it's way too much. Here I go again. But you just need to know which layer. You have your outer layer and everything. So what colors go where? If you're doing different colors, I think this would be pretty with, let's see, orange and yellow. You could variegate it. Blue and turquoise, or turquoise and green is really pretty. I think the blue, turquoise, and purple would be pretty. Let me tell you this too. I've spoken to my wholesaler rep at Craig Bachman, and poly burlap is coming back in. Now, if places like Craft Outlets, the Wreath Shop, let's see, Trendy Tree doesn't have it, it's because they are probably ordering from like China directly. So I guess what I would like to say is that I'm telling you for this, because I know for a fact that white poly burlap is going to be in stock at Craig Bachman by next week. So if Craft Outlet doesn't have it, they can order it. So if you're wanting it and they're not carrying it, I bet you the Wreath Shop will have it. But, you know, complain. You know, they won't listen unless you say something. So if poly burlap. Now, I wanted to kind of show you, this is deco mesh. Okay, see how thin that is? That, if I'm just going to cut it real quick here. If I have a, just to kind of show you. When I'm showing you how to make a wreath with poly burlap mesh, or it might be even, this is not going to do the same thing as what I'm doing here. It's harder to work with. Okay? It's just harder, and it's not as there's a big difference, okay? So when I'm using poly burlap, and it will say, different places will say poly burlap mesh, it will say poly burlap, it'll just say poly burlap. I think there's some places that might even say poly burlap deco. I'm not really sure, but there is a difference. So when I'm teaching you poly burlap, you really need to try to get poly burlap, and it's only available online. Unless you have these like weird wholesale floral businesses, because we have one in Detroit, and but like the regular places like Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Joann's and AC Moore, they do not sell this. I don't know why, but they don't sell it. So I always leave you the links to Craft Outlet, Trendy Tree, the Wreath Shop. I love consumercrafts.com. They got their 10-inch wire wreath forms. This is this one. And I use this all the time. Almost every single flower wreath I make is almost on one of these. And they're $1.57 at consumercrafts.com. And just a great place to buy it. The shipping is very affordable there. I want to say it's $4.99. And if you get... let's see, if you get $49 worth of materials, it's free shipping. So it's very affordable, is my point. So, all right, so we got another one of the inside rows there, and I'm just going to attach it to its own bracket here because we don't have anything in front of it. So the bracket that we made for it is what I'm going to attach it to. So... okay, so here we are. So we've got two. I know that's kind of hanging out, but we're going to fix that. Don't you worry about it. So anyways, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the comments, and I don't want to look at the comments. I want to talk to you guys because this is on YouTube. This is going to be on YouTube, and if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe so you can get notified when I have a new wreath. I know that we've talked about last time about different crafts that I would start doing, and I've got a few ideas in my head of not just the flower wreaths, but different things. I just uploaded a yarn wreath. I think I did it in January, and probably in the middle of a snowstorm or something. So if I'm talking about ice storms in that video on YouTube, don't be surprised. It was when we had horrible weather here in Michigan. So, but I did some felt flowers, and I also got a Cricut maker. So, and I've learned how to make some of those flowers off the Cricut maker, and I did with my sister, we made a mobile for the new baby, for my new niece. Okay, so now we've got all the outer edges done. So we've got a middle here, a middle here. So we're going to go back and do this middle. And so let me know in the comments, you know, on YouTube, on here. Let me know what you're interested in seeing as far as crafts that you would like to see. It can't be huge things. I guess I could do them if I could do it outside. Like somebody mentioned, like the welcome home signs, but I kind of need to figure out how to do that. Of course, you could just get, you know, the letters already pre-made. So, anyhow, I appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. Let's see here. Yes, Craig Bachman is open to the public, I believe, twice a year. And someday I'm going to get over there when they're open up to the public. I know some of you live over there, so we'll have to have a meetup if I do that. Do you live near the Chicago area? We'll have to get together. So would that be fun? A meetup? I know a lot of you probably are all in Wreath Creators and More, and it's like the biggest wreath group on Facebook right now. Let's see. Uh-oh, I did it wrong, guys. Look at that. I should have put an orange there, so let's take this off. See, even I make the mistakes, and we don't want to have that. That would be so wrong. I'd be like, oh, make the whole wreath, and then you have that one color mistake. That would not be good. So I'm going to just turn it and wrap it around here. Let's see. All right, so let's get some more of these. So anyhow, I already made the center. It's the seated loop center. I do have a video. I will add that video after this. I will edit some of this around, and I will put that link in there. So, but I didn't even share this to any of my groups. Can somebody share this to my Christmas tree group, or my flower trio group? I didn't even think to add that. If you enjoy watching me do these, I have more tutorials in my Etsy shop that are is a produced video. And in those videos, you will learn techniques, how to make even better wreaths, and you know, you get to join a group for at least 3 or 4 of those. Yeah, I have three private groups. I have the Christmas tree group, so you would buy the Christmas tree tutorial, and you would learn how to make angel wings. You will learn how to make a flower out of the Christmas tree technique, and you would learn how to make my poinsettia wreath that I designed for Country Sampler magazine back in, I think it was 2016. I also, in that Christmas tree group, I did a live Q&A, and I talked about how to get your business started. What do you need to do on Facebook? What do you need to do? How do you name your shop? How do you know, what's the key to getting followers? And I think what I'm going to do is do another live. And I'm not sure which group I'm going to do that in, but I think soon I'm going to do something. So, okay, so we did the middle, so we have an inside section here that needs to be done. So as you can see, we're getting very close. So, but in each group that I have, you get more than just the original tutorial. You get more tutorials. and just a place where you can ask me questions about that tutorial, and it's just really helpful. At least I find it helpful that I don't have to, you know, people don't have to message me. They can join that group and we can talk about it. And what I find is that a lot of you are so helpful as well. And my goodness, some of the ideas, there was an idea, oh, I can't think of her name right now. I want to say Cheryl. She did a white Christmas tree, and she had this lit snowman in the middle of it, and it was beautiful. I don't even know if she shared it to Wreath Creators or more, but I need to have her do it. So there's so much talent in those groups, and if you're in those groups, if you've purchased my tutorials, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. I just don't know what else to say about you, but you're the best. So, okay, we're gonna just attach this down. So, what's left in here? We've got, let's look at this now. So when I move this over, and when I put that middle in, I'm going to be able to sort this. So we have one here, and then we're going to put two on these sections, and then everything is going to be full. Okay. So let's just put this in here. You guys are being, oh, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you doing that for me. You get on here with these lives and you forget about everything else. I do not want the orange or yellow. The orange, I almost did it again. I'm trying to do too many things. Okay. So, I previously, before I started this live, I did already make a circle out of felt to put on the back of my wreath. And I just like the way that it looks. I'll put the my little, what you call it, business card. I need 2 more pipe cleaners. And I'll attach my business card so that when my customer wants a new wreath and they take it off their door, they know how to contact me. Sometimes people give these, a lot of people give these as gifts. So somebody might enjoy it, and they need to find out where they bought it, guys. You got to tell them. You got to remind them. So that's important. So anyways, if you're just jumping in here, I hate to tell you, but this is no longer being made. It's been discontinued. It was discontinued over a year ago. But I have some in stock, and so I still have it available for my customers. But like I said before, I sell a lot of these. And when it's gone, it's gone. It won't be able to be, nobody will be able to get it. So, all right, let's see. One more yellow right here. As you can see, you probably can't see the whole wreath because my phone needs to be higher, and I need to have my husband, if he's watching, I need to have him make me a thing higher so that I can connect it. Because somebody asked me today, I sent out a Christmas snowman, and when I recorded that snowman, it just, the internet was not cooperating that night, and it was awful. But you couldn't see everything, and that's what's so frustrating, and that's what's kind of like right now. You're not going to be able to see the whole thing here. But that's okay. This is going to be like a 28-inch wreath. This is going to be nice and big, okay? So as you can see, I've got lots of volume. Again, if you use the wire wreath forms, not only are they affordable, but you're going to get so much volume from them. So, all right, so what do we do now? So at this point, I'm going to put the center in. And this is what I use for the center. It's the Faux Jute tubing. It's 30 yards, and for this center, I used all of it because I made it a little bit bigger than my normal center for like a 10-inch flower wreath form. But I do believe Craft Outlet, Trinity Tree, the Wreath Shop has it. The last time I did this for you guys, I showed you how to attach it with zip ties to the side of your wreath frame, but you don't really need to do that. So here's the plastic canvas. Mine is really flexible. Mine is not stiff. I don't like the stiff stuff. This is also the 5-inch mesh kind. So if you, Consumer Crafts has the 5-inch mesh. I think it's like $1.50 for like a 22-inch sheet. It was really affordable. So I'm just going to take a wire. I think this is like a 22 gauge piece of wire. And I'm just going to put it through the middle, and then I'm going to look and put it on another side here. Yep. So that way I know that this is bent, but this is not, this is going to flatten out here in a minute. Okay. So I'm going to turn it over, and in the middle here I want to put it on both sides of that. So I'm going to just take it. I'm going to move I'm going to be gentle with my petals. You still want to be gentle. You don't want things to be torn or anything. All right, we're almost there, guys. Hold on. We're almost there. Let's see. All right. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to hold this here, though. And I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to tie it. And as I pull it back, it's going to, it flattens it out. So at this point, I'm going to just cut some of these wires. All right, and then you can go over and you can cut some if that's what you want to do. You can also just take them and twist them and fold them in. Nobody's going to see this because I'm going to cover it. Alrighty. So at this point, I'm going to take, I would take my felt, and I just, okay, so I'm going to do a couple spots because somebody always asks me, how do you do that? I'm going to take my little scissors, and all I do is I poke a little hole, okay? And I just run it through here. I cut that off, and then you just tuck it under. And then you're going to just do the same. You're going to go from one side to the other, and it will get nice and taut. So it'll be nice and... So let's turn it over. I'm going to stand up. And at this point, you're just going to make sure everything looks good. You're going to go through here, and you're going to pull out the leaves a little bit here and there. And make sure that the color differences are being seen. And that's all you do. So if you order a wreath from me and you get it, and after you get it and maybe the wind is, it's been, you can just kind of just separate your leaves or petals, I guess is what you would call it. So anyway, so if you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate you watching, and make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like and follow my page so that you will get notified when I go live again. And there you go. I'm going to work on that a little bit more here. But, that is the center. I will leave you the link. It's on YouTube. It's like an 8-minute video. It's so simple to do. A lot of you probably already know. If you know how to do this, leave me a heart or a smiley face, okay? But I can hear my kids upstairs stomping around, so let's move that down here. But listen, thanks for joining me. I know this is 28-inch wreath, and yeah, I think it's going to be pretty, and my customer's going to enjoy it. You guys have a wonderful night, and I will catch you next time. Make sure to join Wreath Creators and More if you haven't. And check out my Etsy shop if you're looking for some really new, innovative tutorials on wreaths. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.